Oh.
Okay, let's try it out.
Here?
Comes with fuel pre-mixed. 51cc. Welcome back to part 5 of building a tiny house under 5,000. And in this video, we are gonna get on and work on the foundations. Since we saved so much money on not needing an excavator and dig the pipes in by hand, we could afford and spend a bit of money on a drill, so we don't need to drill by hands out the holes for the foundations. And by got it, I mean we rented it for 40 euros. So it is, of course, we didn't buy it. This thing is not so cheap to buy and not needed on a daily basis. So renting it makes sense. So let's not waste time, mark out the holes and start digging. So we have marked it all out, it's perfect, but now we need to drill it. The attachments that it comes with is this small one, that's definitely way too small. Then we have the medium, that's like 15 centimeters, and then we have a full size 20 centimeters. I feel like that's probably the size we want to go for, but let's do it a test drill here next to it and see how big of a difference it is, and see how much more worse that is, and if we can put our kind of foundational pipe on top that's going to hold in the concrete. If it's going to sink into this, then we can't really use it easily. But otherwise we can use it. Let's try it out. What are you thinking?
That's gonna go fast.
Yeah, it's gonna go fast. Should we try out the other one just to see?
Yeah, I don't
If the pipe fits on the other one, then we do the other one. We do it
a
bit stronger, no? Because I feel like that's... Then we would have to do 18 if we did this size, no?
Okay. Is it falling in?
It's a bit falling in, yeah. So we have decided to go with the biggest drill, with 20 centimeter drill. I think it's gonna make the most sense and it's gonna be the strongest foundations. We could go with that, probably it is enough, because I've seen foundations that size for little tiny homes, but I'm scared this one's a bit too heavy. So we're gonna go with the bigger one, just to have more concrete underneath. So let's get started and drill these holes and see how quickly we can do it.
How deep are we drilling them?
We should measure that. I think we said if it's 30 centimeters, 70 or 60 probably is enough. Till the end of the drill.
Okay, so the whole drill.
The whole drill.
Okay, so that's good to know.
Okay, let's get started.
Perfect.
Move the dirt aside probably first, because I'm gonna drop it all back in.
trash?
Yeah, of course. That's where it's starting already. All 4 of these will have trash as well.
I think that was 40 euros well spent.
Yeah, imagine by hands, we would not go through anything. No roots, no nothing. Found a hammer. Look what we found. We found a hammer. How amazing is this? There's even the middle thing, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's the metal.
Oh, I will take it out as well.
So as you can see, we have dug all 12 holes. It looks really good. Definitely worth it. We took the drill because it was a bit of roots, a bit of rock, a bit of things we were hitting with the hands. It would be so much work and effort. We would be probably still in the first 4 by this time. Now we have finished all 12 and we did hit some trash as well, but not as much as I was scared it will be and not as much roots as I was scared it will be. So it was all good. We have drilled all of them to the full depth. Original plan was to put another middle row, but I feel like that would be overkill. In the plans when you're designing it on the app, everything feels so far away and like you need to overdo it a bit, but when you do it in real life, it's actually quite of a small gap between. So I think this is more than enough holes for supporting such a small building. Since that was so quick and easy and wouldn't be enough for a video, let's also go make the brackets that are actually going to go in the holes to actually support the whole structure up. So now that we are done with outside, we have to get on with making the brackets that are actually going to go in the concrete to support the whole building up. And this is going to be another huge saving for us since we are going to make them ourselves. The brackets go anywhere from 20 to 40 euros, so they're not very cheap at all. And a saving is going to be the metal. Our neighbor has sponsored us and gave us some of the metal, well, pretty much all of it, to use, so we are saving 100 at least on the metal plates and rebar. And another huge saving is going to be the welder. Simder has reached out and sent us a welder for us to try out. I already have been trying it out on my machine I've been building for using as a front loader. So yeah, this welder here is a 10-in-1, and we are going to be using it mostly today for welding. It can also do plasma cutting, TIG welding, and stick welding. We are going to use it as a MIG welder, and this is going to be a huge help for us to get these brackets much more stronger, more professional than the welder we had before, the little tiny flux cord welder. This can also do flux cord. I bet it does it a lot better. So if you're interested in welder, you're going to see it being used, and you can check out the link in the description to see if this is one that would interest you, and maybe you want to get yourself a new welder or just get into the welding. So let's get started, cut everything up to size, and then let's see this welder being used, and let's make some beautiful brackets. So we have finished welding up all the U-shaped brackets. Now we just have to attach the rebar to them on the end here and we are done. Oh no, we're not done because we still need to paint them. But then we are done after painting and we have made 12. Original design plan, I had it for 18, but then I realized that's overdoing it like way too much. So I went down back to 12 because I think that's more than enough to support all this weight of the building. Let's quickly cut the rebar, clean it and weld it on. So as you can see, we have finished welding and they look really good. Some of them are a bit sideways, but that floor might be giving a bit of a weird effect. Anyways, that doesn't bother us because we're going to put the flat top straight, and if it goes a bit sideways in the concrete, that's not going to bother. That's not something you're going to visibly notice, but they're done. So now they need to be painted. I need to grind off some of these balls on the top, and then we're just going to give it a quick paint job. Paint them with the rubber paint so we can't knock the paint easily off while building. And also that paint is going to last really long because that's the one made for under the cars. So it's able to resist like a lot of weather. So yeah, let's get started, clean them off and paint them. So we are done. We have stop punching my belly. So we are done. We have built the brackets. They're ready with the rebar on. So now they can go in the holes and be concreted in. So we have done all the pre-work and prepared the whole area for it to be laid in foundations, I guess. And while digging out the holes, we found this. We found the hammerhead. So let us know in the comments if you would like to see an auction of these kind of things. We have found many different items from, I guess, ancient era. And this is also one of them. We also have an axe head. We have all kinds of things. So let us know if you would like to see an auction on our website and you would like to own these things. So make sure you subscribe to be updated when this goes live on an auction in case we decide to do it, in case there's enough interest for it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to see you in the next one whenever these guys go in concrete. Bye-bye.